We mark a milepost this morning, the 50th anniversary of the Supreme Court ruling in the case of Gideon versus Wainwright, the decision that guarantees every criminal defendant the right to a lawyer in a felony trial. Clarence Earl Gideon was a penniless drifter accused of stealing liquor and petty cash from a pool hall in Panama City, Florida in June of 1961.
The next case on the docket is the case of the state of Florida versus Clarence Earl Gideon.
In a 1964 edition of CBS Reports, Gideon and the actual judge in the case, Robert McCrary, reenacted the moment when Gideon told the judge he was going to trial without a lawyer.
Your Honor, I request this court to appoint counsel to represent me in this trial.
Gideon's request was denied on grounds that Florida law only guaranteed a lawyer for a capital crime, such as murder. Gideon was convicted of larceny and sentenced to 5 years in prison. But, based on his own reading of the Constitution, he sent a handwritten letter to the Supreme Court in January of 1962 requesting a review.
Did you feel there was something in the Constitution that entitled you to a lawyer?
The way I interpret the Constitution, I didn't have no doubt in my mind that there was.
The High Court granted Gideon's request and appointed noted Washington attorney and future Supreme Court Justice Abe Fortas to handle Gideon's appeal.
The conviction of Clarence Gideon is reversed.
And so it happened that a half a century ago, the court ruled unanimously in Gideon's favor, news that he heard in his prison cell in Florida.
Well, I felt great. Most of the prison population heard it. You could hear them holler for 10 miles, I suppose, from there.
With the help of a court-appointed attorney, Gideon was acquitted of larceny in a retrial and released from prison.
I think it was the most important thing in this whole case. It showed the difference between not having an attorney and dealing with an attorney.
He died in 1972 at the age of 61, but not before visiting the Supreme Court that had forever made his name synonymous with a constitutional right.